Findings for the month of June show South Korea's current account in the black for the second straight month, but there has been a slight decline in the size of that surplus as compared to June last year. Our Finance Ministry correspondent Ji reports.
South Korea logged a current account surplus in June for the second straight month. Preliminary data released by the Bank of Korea on Friday showed that the balance of trade in June came to a surplus of $5.61 billion. But the surplus was smaller than it was a year earlier. A Bank of Korea official says that because growth in exports was offset by increased imports on the back of the higher cost of fuel and commodities.
The goods account surplus has decreased from $7.5 billion in June last year to $3.6 billion this year as continued growth in imports surpassed that of exports.
Growth of goods exports was led by petroleum products with a more than 9% rise compared to the previous year, recording an on-year increase for 20 months in a row. But the bank said due to the slowdown of exports to the country's biggest trading partner, China, it plunged from the nearly 40% growth recorded in the same period a year earlier. The Bank of Korea also attributed the on-year decrease of the current account surplus to the 19% rise in imports of goods. Amid the global supply chain bottleneck and the war in Ukraine, raw material imports rose nearly 29%, with coal skyrocketing almost 190% and crude oil up more than 53%. The official said exports are likely to remain solid, but fears of recession in major countries and volatility in global raw material prices are key risks to South Korea's overseas sales. Ji, Arirang News.